Good morning, everyone. Well, normally the big story for today and tomorrow would be the hot and humid weather. So many folks across the state are going to be seeing record highs tied or broken. But there's a chance of storms as well, and unfortunately, a chance of severe storms. And as far as the storms are concerned, the farther north and west you live in the state, the stormier it's going to be. The farther south and east you live, the less stormy it's going to be. So, with that in mind, let's go through hour by hour over the next 2 days, starting 8 a.m. this morning. Can't rule out a stray shower just about anywhere in the state. The best chance of rain, though, for the morning commute this morning is looking like the northwestern part of the state. That's where it's most likely you can encounter a shower, maybe a weak thunderstorm. But I will mention for everyone, there is a chance, but smaller to the south and east. Let's jump ahead to lunchtime, where I actually think there'll be less activity going on. Already not a whole lot this morning, but even less once we get to noon. I think there's a good chance that the entire state could be dry, maybe just a stray shower. A couple of spots. Let's talk about wind real quick. In the far eastern part of the state, not much wind at all. In the central part of the state, it's going to be breezy. Got to call it a windy day in the western part of the state. And notice our temperatures already at noon, in the mid to upper 80s. And we're talking about most of us getting into the low 90s this afternoon with humidity. Notice 4 o'clock this afternoon. Look at those shades of red and orange showing up for places in the western part of the state, particularly Sioux City. This is the time period I'm most concerned about. Heavy rain and lightning looking likely. And tell you what, pretty good chance there could be some damaging wind and some hail as well. And really, the chances there through the late afternoon and the early evening hours. And this activity is going to try and push to the east, but really struggle. Look at 9 o'clock this evening. Still real stormy in the northwestern part of the state, but looking like just a few stray showers towards the south and east. The storms might push into Mason City, but it's not even a guarantee there. It's just looking so stormy in the northwestern part of the state with very little activity going on in the southeastern part of the state. And the chance for storms goes completely away during the overnight hours. Notice 2 a.m., all the activity dying down. So when we look at the severe threat for late this afternoon through the evening hours, certainly the greatest threat, far northwestern part of the state, Sioux City. Again, I hope not, but can't rule out, in worst case scenario, up to golf ball size hail, wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, an EF0, EF1 tornado, can't rule that out. Now, the chance is smaller as you go to the south and east. In fact, there's no chance of severe storms if you're in Waterloo, Des Moines, certainly not in the Quad Cities. Got to mention the chance in Mason City. If we're going to see severe storms there, you're probably not going to see golf ball size hail, but maybe some quarter size hail, maybe gusts 50 to 60 miles an hour. Can't completely rule it out during the evening hours, but a little bit more concerned about the Sioux City area for today. That's today. We still got to talk about tomorrow. Now, early morning tomorrow, probably going to be dry across the state still. Look how warm it's going to be at 8 a.m. in the morning, though. I mean, a lot of folks in the mid-upper 70s. So, yeah, it's going to be another hot one. Now, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll mention the chance for rain starting. Still not worried about any severe weather. But here we go again. Look at those temperatures. Low 90s. I bet there'll be a couple spots where we're going to see highs in the mid 90s. Now, the winds are going to increase for everyone tomorrow. So we're going to call it breezy now for the eastern part of the state. We'll call it a windy day in the central part of the state. And I'm going to call it very windy in the western part of the state, where we're going to see gusts 40 to 45 miles per hour to go along with the hot and humid conditions. So what we're concerned about for tomorrow is during the evening hours. Look at 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. Look at the heavy rain and lightning looking likely for places like Sioux City, Omaha, Sioux Falls. This line of storms is going to be pushing to the east, but once again, as we go later in the night, it's probably going to be weakening. So when we jump ahead to midnight, still some storms around, but the chance for severe storms dropping. And this activity may eventually reach the Quad Cities, but it's probably only going to be a few leftover showers, maybe a weak thunderstorm. But even that's going to be tough, and the most likely time you're going to see rain in the Quad Cities probably very late Thursday night around 3 a.m. So let's talk about the severe threat for tomorrow evening. Once again, most concerned about the northwestern part of the state, Sioux City. Hate to say, but the threat looking just as high tomorrow as today. And I'm not ruling out golf ball size hail. Maybe wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. Still the chance for tornadoes. Notice that the severe threat now includes a few more folks to the east, Waterloo, Des Moines, but still not the Quad Cities. So the threat is a little bit higher for everyone in the central part of the state, but the threat still highest to the west. Of course, there's still time for this to change. We've just got to see how early those storms arrive Thursday evening. That'll dictate how well they hold together, how long they hold together into the night. So I'll give you another update tomorrow.